Okay, guys, I've been contemplating coming to do this video because I want to go ahead and lay down and go to bed. I've been up promoting since I've been home for tomorrow and just making posts that have been on my mind. Yes, there's been a lot on my mind lately with, how things been going on in my life, my purpose, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to become, where I'm trying to go. There's just been a lot of thought lately put into that. And, you know, it's like some things I want to talk about a lot of times, but I don't because, I guess I'm not ready. I'm feel a little scared. I feel a little, undefeated. I feel a little judged. I feel a whole lot of things. And with me being a influencer, an artist, now licensed esthetician, and also a, you know, influencer, artist, licensed esthetician, and just a businesswoman all around. I have to stay focused and I have to make the right decisions, say the right things, because people are going to look at you in a certain way and you have to be mindful. You know what I'm saying? I have to say the right things, do the right things. Part of me sometimes feel like I don't want to do the right things and say the right things because I want to just kind of let go and let my hair down, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying doing bad things, but I'm just saying, sometimes we want to, get a little wild and have fun. Like recently, you guys can see this video on my Instagram, Beauty Gang Beauty, Beauty Gang Beauty, Beauty Reborn, excuse me, Beauty Gang Beauty. I said Beauty Gang Beauty twice. I'm sorry, y'all. That's because I was trying to say Beauty Reborn. Like, my new name is Beauty Reborn. So, you know what I'm saying? That's really like my artist name, my creator name, my influencer name. But when you step into the shop and come see me for my esthetician services, you guys can call me Ashley. Excuse me, Leona or Ashley. I guess Ashley is okay. But lately, I've been trying to get used to people calling me that again. But I've been through so much trauma in my life, you guys, that yes, I don't even want people calling me by my first name unless it's my family, because anybody else is triggering to me. Like, and that's hard to explain, but people that have been through things and people that have struggled with, their mental health, which is hard to say, but I'm gonna say it, people that have struggled, they understand where I'm coming from. Now, I'm using Snapchat to record this, and I'll put all the videos together, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because so I can make sure I don't overtalk and do too much, okay? So, yeah, so like I said, there's been a lot on my mind. I be wanting to talk, but I stay bottled up a lot because I'm worried about people judging, but I just want to step out on faith and just be me and talk about some of the things that I want to talk about, and hopefully touch a life, hopefully change a heart, hopefully inspire someone, hopefully teach someone, uplift someone, encourage someone. You know what I'm saying? Because I really feel like that is what my calling is. I feel like my calling is to be inspiring and uplifting. My calling is to beautify people with my hands. The art that I do, with the makeup and stuff like that. I can do regular makeup looks, regular beats, all your colors. If you guys search my channel, Beauty Not the Only Beauty, which is that's the name that I started out with on YouTube. But then I lost that channel, so I created this channel, Beauty Gang Beauty. Okay? But anyway, you guys can check out Beauty Not the Only Beauty in your spare time, and I'll tag the channel in the description box. All of my links and where I want y'all to follow me, I'll tag in the description box. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? Because you don't. So yes, the following is what stood out to me and made me think, I wonder if this is legit. But other than that, like the name and then like the email, like the domain that it's coming from for the email, it seems pretty legit. They just emailed me back today, and it's been like 2 to 3 days since the very first email, and I told them I would love to work with them. I sent them my information, my name, and stuff like that. And I asked them a couple of questions. So like I said, I'm not going to say who it is, but I hope that everything checks out and they're a good company to work with. I will be posting, I can say, on TikTok. Like I said, I would tell y'all more, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing them or anything because I'm inquisitive. I'm just really inquisitive because I've seen so many emails come in and they're like scams. They're not legit companies, which you do have to keep an eye out for with giving your information. But this company didn't ask for any money. They didn't ask me to fill out anything besides giving them my shipping information so they can send something to my house, which is not a huge item, so I don't mind them sending it and having my address. It's not like they're about to come knock on my door, okay? Anyway, another thing. I felt safe enough, like I said, to give them my address, so not to worry. Another thing, I just want to shed light on Beauty Gang Beauty and what it means. I've always said for many years, Beauty Gang Beauty, Beauty Not the Only Beauty, means women sticking together and supporting one another. Over time, my name has changed to represent the women. And represent because I did have, my channel name was Beauty Is Her Name. I had a lot of things as Beauty Is Her Name, but then I changed it because someone else started using the name, which I was really surprised at because I was the only one with the name when I chose the name for YouTube. I looked it up and I confirmed it. I had the name first, but like I said, they kind of went off my, I feel my static and started their channel with the same name. And as soon as I seen that, I immediately changed my name. So they really didn't, it didn't harm me at all. Well, I think it did a little bit because, you know, that was my name. I made a lot of content off that name. I shared a lot of videos off that name. The only thing I wasn't doing was making money on my videos because I hadn't reached a certain amount of subscribers. And you have to reach a certain amount of subscribers in order to make money. But I had the watch time. I had the viewership. And that's one thing I'm working on now here on the channel. So if you see this video, share it with someone else. You know what I'm saying? Support me and share. And so, yes, I do believe that I have a gift, okay? I have a gift to speak, and I also have a gift with my hands, okay? Um, and that's just that. You know, I'm musically inclined. You know, I can write a little bit. It's just a lot of things, you guys. But anyway, you know, I really wanted to come here and just share a couple of things with you guys. So the first thing is I opened a new business. It's KCA Beauty House. It's been a long time coming with me opening up businesses. You guys know, because if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you remember Yvonne and Finesse Extravaganza. You probably even remember Beauty Slash Boutique. But I tried several things. I started with a lot of products, selling a lot of products. Then I tried to slow down with selling a couple of products. And you know, so I have a little bit of experience doing this, but this time, you know, it's totally different. It's not an online you know, shop or store or anything like that. I'm doing things in person, actually working with the public, with being a licensed esthetician in South Carolina. um, you know, you'll be able to come get some services done, maybe some waxing, makeup, and a whole lot more. You guys, I'll put all the information in the description box. And like I already said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on anything, okay? So that's the first thing, a new business, new adventure. I'm really excited, but also very scared. I want things to go right, but I have to stay determined and focused, okay? And make smart decisions. And I feel like everything will work out. Also, you guys, exciting news, but I don't really know whether to get excited. I do have a possible partnership. I'm not going to discuss who because I just don't know if it's legit or not. And even if it is legit, I still don't want to discuss it until you guys actually see it and see what's going on. But I think it's a great opportunity. The one thing that stood out to me is like the following. You know, the following for this company is not very high on all social media websites, but that could be for several different reasons. They could be, you know, growing in the process of growing on social media, never had social media before. They could be, you know, they could have just started new accounts because maybe they lost their other accounts. I don't know. It could be any reason. But one thing I do want to say is just because someone's following does not determine what they can do and what they can bring to the table. Okay, we have support me and share, and I appreciate it. I really do. But yes, Beauty Gang Beauty means all women sticking together, supporting one another. And I've been using that hashtag for years, and I want people all around the world to start using that hashtag one day. It has really built a name for itself. If you look up Beauty Gang Beauty online, anywhere online, you will see the amount of posts that have been posted under that name. And I want people to start using it to represent, you know, the movement one day. I would never beg you guys to do anything. All I can do is encourage you guys and tell you guys that you're a part of something great. You know, women supporting women, I think, is always a good thing. You know, your meaning behind it, you know, is, you know, a lot different for a lot of people, you know. But the main thing is women not tearing each other down and really being there, because women bump heads a lot, and it's really sad, you know, it really is. But that's why folks like myself, you know what I'm saying, which would be considered an advocate or so for women eventually, you know, and now growing to be, you know what I'm saying, we have to support one another, we have to uplift one another. We have to, you know what I'm saying, if we see one person is down, or we see one person is down and out, we gotta do something to help. Like, I was in a position where I had to help somebody today when I could barely help myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying my life is perfect. I mean, it's not in shambles either. I'm okay. But I'm just saying, you know, I had what I had for me, not for anybody else. But if that's the case, if that's what I got to do to make sure somebody else is good and straight and not going without, that's what I'm going to do. Regardless, whatever I can do, that's what I'm going to do. You know? So anyway, Beauty Gang Beauty is all about uplifting and supporting. And like I said, everybody, there's a lot of women in the world that support women and do things to honor women. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's movement is different. What people do is different. But what matters is, you know, what you make of it, you know, what you do to make it grow. How far do you want this to go? You know what I'm saying? That's what matters. How many lives do you want to touch? You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of work behind it. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that too much, but I just wanted to touch bases on that and let you guys know it's Beauty Gang Beauty to the death of me. I'm going to continue to rep that and show my support for women. And one day when y'all really see action behind the name Beauty Gang Beauty, besides posts online and actually see things in person, maybe it will make the meaning, come alive. Okay? So anyway, last but not least, why I like writing and doing lip syncs is because I grew up listening to a lot of different music. I love a lot of different people in the industry. I love a lot of different types of music, and sometimes I'm just inspired by the music. I grew up listening to music. I grew up singing and things like that. And if I had a book in front of me to read music, I probably could remember some things, but not everything. I'll need a little touch up, okay? But like I say, you know, I really love music. And sometimes when you lip sync, you can really get in the feel. You can really feel that person's vibe and what they felt when writing that song when you listen to the words and focus on the words. And a lot of times that I do lip syncs, I try to remember all the words before I do them because it's a little bit more better and you can really feel the song and enjoy it. It's like you guys heard of people like drag queens and stuff. They do the live shows and they lip sync, you know, people's songs and stuff like that. It's the same thing, but I'm a woman. And women have became to do it more, you know, because I feel like it mainly started out in the LBGTQ. I don't know if that's right, but anyway, it mainly started out with that community, and it kind of grew from there. And now women are becoming more comfortable in doing it, but it really started from the voguing, the dancing, all that. It came from that. You know, the pop side. I feel like, well, you know, like pop. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, it started with the rainbow community. Okay, and like I said, I love it. I love lip syncing and I love writing. You know, I love writing. I started writing years ago from the things that I was going through. And, you know, I just was inspired to write to a beat. And, you know, there's other people that have came in my life that have been, you know, very talented. And, you know, they've asked me for help and all kinds of things, you know, to even manage them. Like I've had several people, maybe about three or four, maybe about three asked me that had talent to manage them, you know. But looking back on that now, I wasn't in no place to really do that, even though I felt like I was. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But I know that I can manage somebody and help someone and show someone the way. But that's not where I am right now. Okay, but I'm just telling you guys, you know, I've seen people come in and out my life that have had dreams, had talent, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's the reason why I chase mine so hard because I look around and those people may or may not be doing anything right now to chase their dreams, and it's just like, and even if they are doing something to chase their dreams, you know what I'm saying, they still inspire me to do, you know, something that I never thought that I would have been able to do. But I know that I basically feel like me writing was like it's like a hidden gift. I never knew that it was gonna come about. So I'm just using the gifts God gave me, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I hope this video kind of enlightens you guys a little bit and inspires you guys a little bit. And I'm going to lay down after this. I really need to go to sleep. I'm waking up early tomorrow morning to go to the shop and promote tomorrow and maybe do a makeup look. Maybe you want to see me go live tomorrow, so just keep it out on my TikTok. Turn on your notifications. That's Beauty Reborn. Beauty Reborn, Beauty Gang Beauty. Actually, I think it's just Beauty Reborn on TikTok. So follow me there, turn on your notifications so you don't miss a live. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching this video. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? If you want more in your life, go for more because I promise you, you can get it. With hard work and determination, you can get it. The job that I got right now, I'm telling you, I call like every location in my area until I met with one of the locations, and then I stayed on top of calling the location. Maybe 2, 3, or 4 times I had to call a location until I got in for an interview. And once I did the interview was like a 30-minute to an hour interview, but it was very detailed, questions and responses. You know what I mean? I had a little bit experience, but not tons of experience. So I was really surprised that they took a chance on me. And this is aside from my business that I now own. This is my work life, okay? I'm really surprised. But anyways, I was determined before I got where I am right now to get where I am, having more and doing more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm overqualified for a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? People think they know me and what I have done, where I have been, and things like that. But you don't. Okay? Listen, I'm overqualified for a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I belong exactly where I am right now in my life, and I'm a strive. I'm not gonna hold back. I'm not gonna, you know, be quiet or humble or nothing. Like I've been humble for many years, and if y'all see this video like pick up and I say the same thing again, just ignore it, just watch it. I'm just gonna staple them together like put them all together like I'm stapling a stack of papers and put it in a video. So don't mind that. But anyway, you don't need to edit that out. Why? Well, it's only 2-minute videos. I might can go through each one and edit it out, but then I have to do it one by one and then merge them together. I can do it on TikTok. It'll take a little minute to download the video though, but at least I'll merge them together. Listen, I love TikTok to make my videos or Instagram to make videos because it will make a video quickly. Okay. So anyway, and it's easy to use with your fingers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love you guys. Once again, thanks for the support. I'm gonna put all my information, my business information, my Instagrams, all that good stuff in the description box so you can follow and support. Turn on your notifications, subscribe, okay? And once we reach 1,000 followers, 1,000 subscribers, there will definitely be a giveaway. And on my last channel, I don't think I ever made 500, or I might have did, or I'm not sure, but it was supposed to be a giveaway once I reached a certain amount, but I never did, I think, and because the channel got locked out and hacked or some bullshit like that. But anyway, this channel ain't nobody taking from me, okay? I got everything on lock, and I probably need to change my password soon just to refresh everything. But I hate doing that because then I gotta remember everything all over again. But anyways, unless I lock it in my phone. But sometimes the phones aren't safe, y'all, so we gotta write everything down just in fucking case. Shit. Okay, we gotta write everything down or either remember that shit, okay? Because electronics ain't promised tomorrow. Listen, tomorrow ain't promised. That's another thing. I'm glad that I said that. I lost my best friend a few years ago. Yesterday was her birthday, the 10th. Mine was the 9th. We always celebrate together. I lost my uncle in March. You know what I'm saying? I never would have thought that he was going to pass right now. Nobody expected March of this year. Nobody expected it. You know what I'm saying? We all knew that he's been, you know, feeling not well for, you know, many years or for a very long time. But, you know what I'm saying? We did not, when we know he has been struggling with his health, he was struggling with his health a lot. But we never knew that we were going to lose him. You know what I'm saying? And I was devastated because I had so much more to show him. And just like his kids probably feel, you know what I'm saying? He was like a father figure to me. The way that he was there for me in the times that I needed him in my darkest hour, he was there like a father could be. You know what I'm saying? My father doesn't live close by me. And in my uncle's last few years living, he had a chance to live by me and have a relationship with me. And it was more powerful than, you know, I mean, I have a few uncles, but I'm on my mom's side, you know, just speaking on her side of the family. You know what I'm saying? Me and my uncle that passed, we were close, but not that close. We grew close, you know, in his last final years and a few years before that from talking on the phone and stuff like that. I still have my other phone. I will not do nothing to reset it because if I do, I will lose my messages and all my photos because it's an Android. I don't know if it's going to save to my Google or not. I have to check and see if it's on there. I keep paying for storage every month. It must be on there somewhere. I don't freaking know. I don't even know what Google keeps charging me for it. Google and Apple, y'all always love taking somebody's damn money when they least expect it to. Luckily, that $2 was in there. Shit. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Life is too short. Life is too short to not chase your dreams and do the things that you're supposed to do. Stay committed. You know, stay on top of things. You got a goal. You got something you want to do it. This is the first time in my life I could say, my birthday was June 9th. This is the first time in my life that I can say that I set a goal and I made it happen. You know what I'm saying? I said that I wanted to be a licensed esthetician before my birthday. I want to pass my test and everything. I don't want to have to retake them no second time and wait a month or 30 days and go through all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to work around other people's schedule. No, I want to get it done and that's it. And my scores, I feel like they could have been better. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just be honest. I feel like they could have been better, but they were passing scores the first time around, not the second time. In theory, I scored a little bit higher on, which is the bookwork, than I did on the practical. And that's because I feel like State Board, South Carolina State Board, I feel like they changed a lot of things and scored me down on a lot of things that they should have not scored me down. And I still feel like I should call them and find out my scoreboard. But everybody telling me, don't worry about it as long as you pass. But I'm a Gemini. I'm inquisitive. I need to freaking know, how was I scored? Because I need to know what I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's another video to talk about the things I possibly could have did wrong. And, you know, if y'all respond and talk to me, we might see if I look into that with you guys' encouragement in the comments. Girl, go check into that. We want to know. Go check on that because we want to know, okay, why you was scoring down. Because I was definitely scoring down. Like, I made a 90 something when I was in school for a practical, and that wasn't easy. That was hard. I was sweating bullets. You had to make everything right there because I wouldn't have graduated school without doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn everything, and I did everything just like I learned in the video. So like I said, some things change. And then the person from State Board that used to visit the school I used to go to, they told me some things changed, but they said continue to do it how you know. You shouldn't be apprehended for it. But like I said, we'll see. I might look into it. And I still haven't went to go take my picture to say I passed and now I'm an esthetician. But it's okay. I don't need to do all of that. You know, that is for show and fun and stuff like that. And you know, like I said, it's no big deal. I would do it, but I just haven't made it over there. And, you know, I was hyped about going back and doing it, but I just didn't. And they haven't called me or nothing. They probably happy to get me out of school, see me graduate and onto my new career. They not worried about calling me about no picture, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate all that they taught me and I learned. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this video short. I gotta go because I need to get some rest. I mean, cut this video is definitely not short. It's definitely long. It's like 6 freaking videos. 3 minutes apiece, but I hope you guys, and I think I said that in the beginning of this video that it's only 2 minutes that I'm recording, but I think Snapchat records 3 minutes. And anyway, Snapchat's filter is so lovely, even though I am beautiful without a filter, but I do have some imperfections. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind a good filter. Oh my god, and my eyelash came off on live while I was on live tonight, y'all. I started going there and tell them all this, but I couldn't keep like 2 or 3 viewers on the live because sometimes it's like that. And sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down when it comes to the live shit. I don't really like it like that. You know, I just like saying what I gotta say in a post or taking pictures and saying what I gotta say or whatever, or doing it like this. Come to my YouTube, you wanna talk, because everywhere else I'm just like, But anyway, some people have good luck with that live shit. Some people don't. You know, I feel like wherever God wants me to be in life, that's where I'm gonna be. But going back to what I was saying once again, life is too short, and don't complain. You know what I'm saying? Don't never complain. And as far as our habits, don't be scared to let your habits go. Whatever it is, you know, don't be afraid to let it go. Don't be afraid to stand on what you believe and let certain things go, because you never know how you could better yourself. And as I'm saying this to y'all, I'm saying it to myself. It was a couple of things that stood out to me over the last few days. A couple of things stood out to me. You know, first of all, or the last day or so, my homegirl, you know, it came up in my mind. She was like, girl, I stopped doing this. She was like, I stopped doing this. And it was specifically something that, you know, was bothering her, and, you know, something that weighed on her, you know. And I thought about it earlier, and right before she passed, me and her talked, and we were just talking about good things, good times, the times that she been spending with her son, and how things been working out for her, and, you know, future plans. She was still talking about future plans, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, I stopped, you know, Ashley or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She was actually really one of my only homegirls that called me Ashley. Her and my homegirl Denisha, they the only ones that call me Ashley. Long live tequila, not tequila. But anyway, you know, she had things that was bothering her that she needed to overcome, basically, without telling her business or mine. You know, when I'm ready to talk about certain things, I will. But anyway, you know, she let it go. She overcame it, and she told me, and she was like, I'm so proud of myself. And I was like, I'm so proud of you, girl. You know what I'm saying? That makes you even more pure. That makes you even more right. You know, that makes you even more determined. That makes you even more focused. That makes you even more humbled, appreciative, understanding. You know what I'm saying? That makes you even more passionate, caring of yourself and of, you know what I'm saying, the person who created you. You know what I'm saying? And let me talk to y'all for 1 second, you know, and minister 1 second. You know, the way God created us is how he always wants us to be. Anything that we do beyond that to alter who we are, what we say, how we carry ourselves, how we think, how we feel, anything that we do beyond that, he does not, you know, appreciate. He does not respect. He does not want. He wants us to always be more like him. You know, so the purer we can get, the better. So if there's anything that you're trying to overcome, you know what I'm saying, you can overcome it. And like I said, I'm sitting here saying this to myself as I'm talking, because I have battles that I'm fighting. I have things that I want to change in my life, but I have to make the first step. And in order for me to change, I have to make the first step. And it's hard as fuck, but I got to do what I got to do. And I'm scared right now. I'm scared right now talking about it. You know, I'm overwhelmed. I feel pressure on me right now talking about it. You know, because I don't know, it's just hard to overcome, you know, when you're bound by something, it's hard to overcome it, and you have to pray. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in my word every day, like 2.5 years ago. You guys might have seen, depending on how long you guys been following me. If you follow me here, Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, then you know what I'm saying. I was really into my word, and sometimes you have to be really into your word and have faith to be able to overcome things. But long story short, she overcame what she was going through, and you know, it just touched me like, damn, I need to get my shit together. Like, come on, if my bitch could do it, I can fucking do it, okay? And I remember what I told her. I said, girl, I don't think I can do that, girl. I'm taking this to the grave, girl. But that I got to have it. Okay, clock that tea that you don't really know. Okay, that you don't know the full description. The tea that's gonna keep you guessing. Okay, that bestie tea. Okay, that sister tea. That sister love tea that you don't really need to spill, because you know what I'm saying, just spill a little bit of tea, not all of it. You're gonna make a damn mess. Okay, so anyway, like I said, if my bestie could do it, I can do it. And once again, life is too short, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to leave on that note, and I still am. Life is too short. Long live MS. You know what I'm saying? Long live Mark Scott. You know, he never complained. Okay? And today when I was at work, I remembered that shit. I swear to God, I remembered that. Excuse my language, y'all. But listen, I'm human, I'm me. But like I said, we do have to have some respect and some poise, okay? So excuse me. Okay? I do be acting up online and stuff. I do be, the other day was my birthday. I was acting up on Instagram, but listen, I'm a wholesome young lady most of the time, okay? I just be liking to turn up a little bit and have a good time, because like I said, we got one life to live. So live it how you want to, but at the same time, have some poise, have some respect about the things that you do. Okay, and I used to find myself getting on people that I knew, even my bestie, like about turning up and twerking and shit like that. But I'm like, when I thought about it, I was like, well, shit, we gotta live our life. You know what I'm saying? We gotta we gotta experience things. We gotta live, we gotta learn, and I'm all over the place. But anyway, yes, I got some big things coming soon. I'm really nervous about it next week. Oh my gosh, I go to the doctor, and I'm really nervous because I don't know what they're gonna say. But I'm gonna keep positive and think positive thoughts and hope that everything's gonna work out for me and things are gonna work out for the good, and I hope that I can be strong. But anyway, my uncle, he never complained, and like I was saying, I thought about that while I was at work tonight, because my ankle has been completely swollen, but it's going down now. But it's been very swollen. I iced it tonight. It's been very swollen. It's going down now, but it was hurting so bad outside getting those carts. let me tell you. But I pushed through it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna get these carts and I'm gonna go inside. And I got carts a few times today at work. You know, the time that I was allowed, because shit, being in the office, basically a manager, supervising over others, having to handle all different types of tasks and duties, you know what I'm saying? Being a leader, that's a job to do in itself. Sometimes I'd be glad when I just get to fall back and work on the floor and don't have to be in my leader position. But at the same time, I miss my leader position. When I'm out of my leader position, I miss it. I'm like, I want my leader position. I want to work. Put me on the schedule for my leader position. What's going on? I'm not in the office. What's going on, baby? That's what I came here for. I came here to set an example. I came here to lead, not follow, and show the skills that I've learned over the years about being patient, about being caring, you know what I'm saying, being thoughtful, being, you know, working swiftly and quickly, because people got things to do, okay? I can't wait till somebody tell me I can't call a meeting, because shucks, I'm going to call a meeting quick. Listen, this is my shift. We're going to call a meeting right quick. You know what I'm saying? I need everybody doing what they supposed to do, but I haven't did that yet because, you know, I'm trying to take my time, learn boundaries, have respect, and really get to know everyone first before I start telling people what I want them to do. You know what I'm saying? Although there is a way to ask, and it might be okay to say it now, but I'm gonna give things time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not in no rush to tell nobody what to do. I feel like people are gonna learn from watching and listening anyway. But anyway, yes, I was real tired walking to that car, but I mean, getting them carts, but I was like, this is what I gotta do, and I didn't complain. I got them, and that's what I was trying to say. Don't complain, because life is too short, and we don't have time to complain. All we have time to do is strive and make things better. Also, don't complain because somebody's situation is worse than yours. Somebody just lost their loved one. You feel me? Somebody's going through something. Somebody might be homeless, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People go through stuff. But anyway, I love you guys. Shout out to y'all for watching this entire video if you did. And subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Beauty Reborn, Beauty Gang Beauty. Follow me on TikTok, Beauty Reborn. And yep, that's it. And subscribe here. Bye.